Hey, son, did you see where that criminal went? Nope, didn't see it, officer. Good luck. What, you say somebody stole goods from this building? Weird, man. I've been sitting here the whole time, didn't see shit. I mean, even so far as, and I can't believe I'm validating being a douche, but you go to one of these, like, things that they do, a gala or whatever. Fuck cleaning up after yourself. Fuck doing any of that shit. Don't give them a penny and take full advantage of everything you can. If you do your job right, that gala will cost them hand over fist and not help them. Like I said, y'all, it's a matter of breaking the system slowly but surely. Same as we build our systems on here. Slowly but surely. The only way you can break a evil system is carefully and over time. Now, in other news, let me see. And yes, for the record, short answer, is it illegal to sleep in your car in Georgia? Yes. If you get caught sleeping in your car in any of the areas that they deem unfit for you to sleep in your car, you'll be arrested, your children will be taken from you, your car will be impounded, and impound fees, especially if you're unhoused, are, you know, buy to that car. Unless, of course, you can spring $300-400 a day for however long you're in county or however long it takes for them to work your shit out. Like I said, it's a predatory system. And yeah, I don't understand why the news articles... I don't know what happened to us, y'all. There was a time back in the day, I hate to say it because 90s was not a good time by any stretch of the imagination. This was a time that paparazzis were so obsessed with celebrities, they would scale hospital buildings to get looks at them. Shit like that. Not good times. But this was also a time when if the president did say something inherently just stupid, the media would have a field day with it. They would lambaste the shit out of him. They would not give him the, well, Mr. No, it would be, holy shit, dude, what kind of fucking slack-jawed, dipshit, inbred piece of shit voted for you? I mean, do you think that they can function with a brain that low? Is it two brain cells rubbing against each other, or is it just the one jumping in tandem forever, probably saying racist epithets as it does? But no, nowadays it's, well, good job, Mr. President. The country's burning down, but you got you $1 billion jet. Way to go, buddy. Is it a dumb child? Or is that the strongest office in all the land, worthy of respect, even if I don't respect the person in it? What are we doing here, folks, is my question. And if America's finally ready for socialism, well, hot diggity damn, I'm not going to look that gift horse in the mouth too much. We need to work together and make that happen because, you know, the system should work for the people. It should be the needs of the few, or the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Not the needs of 3-4 rich cunts outweigh the needs of billions of other people. That's just me, though. I'm kooky. I'm crazy. I don't think people should die of preventable things while other people waste billions to do stupid pet projects. But moving on out, let's see. Yesterday I was pretty tired when I was talking about the biomass decomposition. Basically human decomposting, or human composting, which I think would be a wonderful thing. I would love to debate it with people just to find out what y'all think. Considering that most of the time when you talk about, oh, well, it'll cause blank diseases to go rampant. Well, not really, because you see, a dead body is only dangerous in its decaying state for a very short period of time. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, and I will try to look that up for y'all. Caitlin Daughtry, the Ask a Mortician, did a whole video on it. But dead bodies are only dangerous to you for a short period. Now, yeah, you don't really want to put your cemetery next to your water source, for example. Because if you're just... The main reason why, though, is the embalming fluid, the stuff we put in our bodies to preserve us, if it leaches into the groundwater, will very much poison us. So instead, why not just, let nature take its course? I mean, the original reason we had embalming fluid in the first place was because it could take weeks to months for us to get a dead body from one place to another, and if Grandma died in New York but lived in Macon, Georgia, well, you were going to be burying something that didn't look a lot like Grandma when she got home. Because, again, the other thing about dead bodies, as any investigator, biologist will tell you, decomp happens pretty quick, and wow, what crazy things happen as it happens. First, you change all sorts of colors. Second, you look kind of horrifying. I mean, there's a reason people were scared of the dead. It's not because, oh, scary dead body can come back and get us. It's because as your body decomposes, you start to shrivel up and get crispy, for lack of a better term. You'll get goopy, you'll bloat, but then you'll start to desiccate, which basically means you'll go into rigor. All the blood, all the gas will leave your body. That'll be the first thing that starts to happen as you die, hence the death fart. And you'll poop yourself. All your muscles let go because there's nothing holding them in place no more. After all your fluids have leaked out, well then your body starts to just turn back to dirt, so to speak. The nitrogen in your meats basically nourishes everything around you, which is what the good people over at the place are trying to get. And that's why they pack you with the wood chips and all that other stuff, is so that they can basically collect that nitrogen for growing stuff. But still, and we need to be clear here, folks, they're not just throwing your grandma feet first into a wood chipper. It's very respectfully, very tactfully done. Because, we do respect our dead loved ones, and we do miss them. I just also think with how the planet's going, we need to do everything in our power to reduce, reuse, recycle, But those were the cliff notes of what I missed out on that video. And let's see what else we got in the news of the day, because it's 3 o'clock. I got about an hour before I need to really start hustling, bustling, getting the pets taken care of and heading out. Let's see. We also have 11 Alive. Your website fucking sucks. Just saying. Just saying. It's one of those, it's a news website, and I really want to get the money for Ground News because they don't sponsor me, but 11 Alive, Cobb County School Superintendent speaks out against alarming trend of multifamily housing units. For the record, to break this down a little bit, school superintendent don't want y'all living together in big family groups. Especially not if it's like the Smiths and the Jeffersons and the Croys. Fuck it, I'll throw my own name in there. But if it's, we don't want families living together. Well, honey, then fix the prices to where you don't have to. I mean, hell, I think most Americans would love to have, like, tiny homes all living on a spot together. Or, like we do right now, big houses. You got a room for every person, hopefully. But the Cobb County School Board of Education approved a new budget of more than $1.8 billion on Thursday. The budget, however, is not the only thing parents and elected officials are talking about on Friday. In the meeting on Thursday, Superintendent Chris Ragsdale, I wonder if he's any relation to the Ragsdale Heating and Air moguls, but Ragsdale said the district's yearly demographic study revealed a concerning trend showing an alarming rate of more multifamily housing units in the county. He said those students are more likely to move homes, in turn moving schools, and that transience leads to worse school performance. Read more by buying in. Help sponsor 11 Alive. I'm just not. So that's the blurb we're getting. And since that's all they're going to give us, I'm going to run with 11 Alive says split your families up. Homelessness is better. eat shit and murder people, kick puppies. That's all that 11 Alive brings you for free. But, all joking aside, guys, can we not... I mean, I understand when I'm talking to, like, some of my coworkers and some of the children around and whatnot. I understand when I'm talking to people that aren't like... Well, for example, like some of my coworkers who bury their head in the sand intentionally. Because, you know, as long as I'm okay, fuck everyone else. But, minus those folks, how are you surprised? Well, all these damned homeless. Yeah, rent's on the rise, and none of us have seen a pay raise since 2007. Well, we get a raise every year. Yeah, and the price of rent goes up by about $5 every year, and we get a raise of $1. This math isn't math. Well, you just need to work harder. Maybe get a second job. I have 2 jobs. Plus, I do a bit of housekeeping. Plus, I'm jobbed up to the max, bitch. You need to pay more. How dare you call me a bitch? Okay, ma'am? I wasn't calling you a bitch as in you. I was saying bitch as in, hey, your position intentionally gives you a fuck ton of power over me, none of which you seem to have the right to yield, nor the knowledge of how to yield. So, maybe you should stop being such a bitch. Or, maybe you should stop being such a totalitarian asshole. Or, because, you know, let's not cuss, it's impolite to cuss. Maybe you should stop being cruel and chasing away new people to get hired in because you demand people work like they're getting paid enough to live on while not getting paid enough to live. Maybe you should stop pretending like this is your primary job when you don't pay like a primary. But that's just me. Hell, maybe you should stop changing our healthcare plans every fucking year so that maybe one time we can go to the goddamn doctor. Because I did have the company healthcare. I paid fucking $5 out of my paycheck every paycheck for a year. Never got to go get a checkup because I never met the minimums. And even if I could get a checkup, what good would it do me? I couldn't afford the medication, nor would I be able to afford anything else. But they provide medical insurance, and for that they can pat themselves on the back, right? It's asinine. Our entire fucking system is broken. And that's why, again, I say, folks, rebel where you can. I mean, let's be clear. I despise seeing my coworker Eileen just leaning on shit all day, thumb up his ass, not doing a single goddamn thing to benefit anybody. But if you push it and hey, why don't you back off? I'm doing my job. Whatever, you're the manager's favorite, so fuck it, who cares? More or less the attitude I take, which is why, okay. Hey, Eileen, I need you to clean this up before you leave today. Alrighty, boss, I love you more than I love my very family. I'll do it for you, boss, because you're my bestest friend in the whole wide fucking world, boss. Woo, boss, I love you. And then when he leaves, hey, there's still grease in this trap. Hey, this food never got dumped. Hey, why didn't this garbage get dumped? Well, I mean, Eileen was sitting there playing on his phone, so surely he got this knocked out. Well, I've got to clean the flat top, dump the grease buckets. I need to scrape out the stove. I need to go ahead and wipe down the front of the stove if I get the chance to do that. And I need to go ahead and pack in any leftover food that we can save for tomorrow. So Eileen will just not get his job done. Come next day, well, boss, I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, Eileen, you shouldn't be missing that job, but it's okay. Meanwhile, why didn't you dump that grease trap properly? Shit, I'm sorry, boss. You need to do better. If you got fired tomorrow, what would that do? Nothing. I mean, again, I don't understand. Well, they could fire you. Okay. Also, this is Georgia, so I can just go and, unless you give a good reason for my termination, 3 write-ups or more, insubordination, I mean... Yeah, you can fire me, but I'll just point out that I was hired in this manner, and you fired me unjustly. I'll get 2 to 3 weeks unemployment, which won't be enough to live on, because you don't pay me enough to live on, but I'll be okay. You're going to take a day of my time, and open me up to where I can get a better job, hopefully. Like I said, I don't understand how anyone can be threatened if you're a good worker. Now, if you're Eileen, I get it, because, you know, if you lose this job, where else are you going to go? Where else is going to let you call out every single payday? Chad, I'm not even kidding. He gets on the schedule for it because he asks to be scheduled because he's so poor and desperately needs the hours. But then, we'll just get on there and skip the day. No repercussion, no punishment, no hours cut. No, hell, this motherfucker gets paid the same amount I do. And I'm fine with that solidarity-wise. Let's break the system together. But at the same time, I'm sitting there sweating, feeling like my legs are about to give out, spinning and dancing and dusting and doing what I can. Just busting ass. And for the record, this isn't me, ooh woo, Chad, I'm the best worker there. This is me just surviving. If I don't bust ass, we will be wrapped all the way down the road because our store was built in the ancient days and never upgraded. When it rains, our roof leaks. Our flat top is older than I am. For the record, I'm almost 40. I mean, we're about to get these new space-age registers, but chat, when it rains outside, it rains inside. Our sink does not have a hose feature. We have a garden hose hooked up underneath the sink because we got to make do. And again, I understand. Restaurant business is one of those that it's hard to get a beat on because are you doing your best and just being stomped down by a system that doesn't see your business as one that needs to function? Or are you cutting corners because you want to own 6 and 7 cars and 3 and 4 houses and want to make sure that all your kids live in the lap of luxury and send your management to these fancy, lavish parties once a year rather than repairing things? Do you want to be besties with all of your engineers and repair people, or do you want them to do their job? Considering the fact that, again, this is the company that had an engineer who routinely would take naps out in his van when he was supposed to be repairing shit. And, you know, this is still the place that is just, no. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I have no loyalty when it comes to companies. I like one of my managers an awful lot. I think she is cool. But I also think she's being taken advantage of. But then again, who the fuck am I to say? They've been running this show forever, and most of the older members of the team seem to think that this is just how it should be. I disagree, and so I'm going to voice that opinion where I can, when I can. But hell, it's the same thing as one of the Trump supporters. Yes, I sadly work with a few of those. But one of the Trump supporters I work with trying to find an olive branch, and it's, oh, I'm sorry, what protests have you gone to? How many Congress people have you written and called? What kind of money have you donated to charitable causes? Bitch, you broke the system. You don't get the tee-hee, well, now we can be friends, right? You were a fascist yesterday. You're still a fucking fascist. Go fuck off and die, fascist. You can be as sweet as you want. And for the record, folks, let's be clear. Some of my co-workers, like Lizzie Borden, will occasionally bring in food. Like Denisovin will bring in delicious food. But it's because they overcooked at work, and she'll be like, hey, the barbecue joint overcooked. Y'all want some barbecue? Fuck yeah, thanks for this. Because, fuck yeah, that's a good lunch. Well, why don't you like me? Says the Trump supporter. Well, what did you bring? You want to be the fucking favorite, and you want to help out, and you want to, ooh, shucks, y'all, you can't do it without me. But what do you bring? What's this? These are donuts that expired 4 weeks ago. This is garbage. You're trying to give people food poisoning. Well, no, I'm not. I wasn't going to eat it, so thought someone else might. No. That works if it's like a day out of date. Maybe 2 days out of date, and it's like, well, I see what you were going for. No harm, no foul. This is a week out of date. No wonder you didn't want to eat it. It's old. Why are you trying to feed people garbage rather than just throwing it out? It's shit like that they do. It's the fact that when I'm having to, like, trying to keep up with things and having my, for lack of a better term, neurodivergency kick my ass. Trying to fucking figure out how to get my stuff done as quickly as I can without getting too turned around. And meanwhile, they've got the fucking Kid Rock blasting on their fucking stereo or some other ancient fucking singer. And I'm like, hey, can we turn the music down maybe or put in headphones? And instead you turn it up. It's like, I made a simple request, a not very, like, aggressive request. But you can't even do the bare minimum, but you want to be friends. My friends do the bare minimum. That's all I'm saying. I mean, most of my friends that I consider friends go above and beyond for both themselves and those around them they care about. But at the very least, my friends do the bare minimum. But those are the stories as I have them today, plus a little bit of bitching from the work. Like I said, if there's, like, things I shouldn't be doing here, I'll try to correct my issues. Because, like I said, I don't want to just be a gossip, and I try not to use people's real names or share the real locations, because I don't know them. Hell, they're probably good people in their private lives. I just know that, you know, Eileen embodies the my wife trope, but he really doesn't care for his husband, and yet will take any excuse to go and skip out on work because, oh, but my husband needs me. Why does your husband need you now? Well, because he's an illiterate dipshit, and if I don't go, he's not going to do anything the doctor says, and he's illiterate, so I have to come to read all his documents. Okay, one, personal problem. Two, Bud, they're doctors. His doctors are capable of reading, and his doctors aren't just going to let him not get the notes. So, my guess is his doctors will read him the notes. You can come to work as scheduled. But then he also be posting this cheeky shit on his little Facebook, which I've been off of for ages, by the way. Tooting my horn there. I'm sorry, when Zuckerberg jumped into the false media narratives, I just decided, nope, not going to be on the propaganda app if I can help it. But still, he'll be posted, oh, had a very productive meeting today. And his sister, Rosie from Has Been Hotel, the cool cannibal sloth girl, will be like, what meeting did you have? Oh, nothing. Oh, I guess the meeting didn't go so good, huh, then? Because again, Chad, I'm the first one to tell my boss, hey, the gas station down the road needs a cook. If they need a cook, I'm probably going to go with them. I'll work 2 weeks because I like you, boss. But, yeah, if a new job opportunity for higher wages presents itself, I'm outie. I mean, why wouldn't I be? But I report that shit soon as the job opportunity presents itself, and I'm not secretive about it. I'm also not vindictive about it. I will work out my 2 weeks, unlike Eileen, who, oh, new job opportunity, bye. Well, Eileen, can't you just please, like, work a couple days to cover for the people? I mean, I would, but it's just so hard, so no, bye. But then come crawling back in a week because the new job ain't going to put up with your diva bullshit. And then suddenly, well, I've always been a team player, guys. No, you're a fucking Quizler. You're the type of person who would turn your friends and fellows in for a fucking cookie. It's why I don't trust you, bub. It's why I don't think anyone with a brainstem should. Because, hell, it's the same thing as he brought someone in. He brought in a new hire, Uncle Jesse. And, good or bad, Uncle Jesse does his best from what I can tell. He's a little slow, let's not judge him for it, we all have our moments. But here's my problem. Rather than, yeah, he has his moments, he is a little slow, but he tries his best. And holding that, instead, Eileen is, I don't know, he's just fucking stupid. I mean, that's just how it is. It's like, brah, stand behind your hire, because you hired the idiot. For the record there, Uncle Jesse, since I know you're probably listening, maybe, you claim to listen, but, you know, asked when I was going to get a mic 2 weeks after I had the mic, so, don't know, trying not to judge. Again, he strikes me as a well, not a pick-me implies negative. Not in a negative way, y'all. He strikes me as a kid that grew up during the COVID generations who desperately wants a fucking friend. And not one of these fake-ass friends like Eileen, but a, like, real friend. One that's gonna be there for you. One that's gonna tell you if you're doing something fucking stupid. One that's gonna be helpful when they can help. And that'll go out of their way not to hurt you. He needs a friend. But he's a kid, and I'm not gonna be that friend, let's be clear. I'll be nice, because I see the goodness, but I also see, you know, you giving our other front-of-house person many aneurysms because they want to jump your shit. Because you want to take your sweet-ass time and not help. Because, as Eileen showed you, well, if you're just bad enough at it, if you just suck real bad at it, they won't ask you to do it again. And that seems to be the way Eileen runs his station, is be so bad at it that they don't ask you to do it. I mean, that's the reason he's never had to do prep work, even though every time everyone is, even the fucking bitch of a Trump supporter's doing prep work, badly I might add, but still doing it. Well, I could do that. Cool, why don't you? Why the awkward silence now, Eileen? Because I'm not good at it. Didn't say you can't do it. Hey, Eileen, the reason I don't work up front is because I will straight up tell a customer to their face, wow, that was fucking stupid. Why'd you order that in such a stupid fucking complicated way? That's both a weakness and a strength on my part. They're never going to put me in the window, because I would piss off some of our weak, pissy-ass little customers. I give the energy I receive. But at the same time, I'm also not going to say, hey, I'm the best front-of-house person, because I'm not. I don't work the front-of-house. I mean, I could. They're not going to let me, because, again, it would be too easy, and it'd be nice. Because, again, if I don't have to talk to people, bet. I can bag food. I can, well, as I said, without talking to people, I can take orders to an extent, though. Okay, and what else do you want? Okay, it'll be this, pull on around. I mean, I'm not going to be a friendly face. I'm not going to, well, welcome back, sir. Because, Chad, I saved that energy for y'all. If I use that energy on those assholes, I won't have it for you guys. Because, yes, unfortunately, my energy is pie. And I can only give out so much of it. So, I would rather give my energy out to you awesome folks who stick around me and watch my content. And, you know, we got us a whole parasocial thing here going, chat. Please don't come bother me unless you know who I am and see me in person, in which case, hi. Artist Ground is happy to say hi to his fans in chat. But, y'all, I love you guys parasocially. Please don't misery me, but I'd love to keep making these things for you. A million years of videos like this if they ever put my brain into a system. If you come across AI... fuck it. If you come across AI, Travis, please, kill it. Kill it with hammers. But as far as, like, me? Yeah, please. Please come watch my shit. I love acting and performing for y'all. I hope to continue doing it and entertaining y'all for ages and ages and ages to come. Hell, I'm only 40-esque, trying to be vague on that. I still got a lot of years of being able to sit here in front of a monitor and do things. And we are officially halfway there to the 80 days now. Also figured out today that YouTube short song that's been blowing up my charts, the reason I never recognized it, it's a frickin' Bubble Guppy song. Who said a thing with feathers absolutely has to fly, has to fly? I mean, I never got to hear the whole song, and it kind of gets grating after a second, but I dug the, like, so many people have taken that and making dark animations, like, especially about Lucifer and shit. That's badass, y'all. Also, a shout out to all of you, I think, kids that are making the little kiwi animations for the little bird kiwis and ostriches and emus and... Hey, Chad, if you're on YouTube, let's see if we can get a comment section going. Write down your favorite flightless bird. We'll review them later, and I'll tell you how cool you are, or if you named one that isn't flightless. Cheating here, but spoiler alert, turkeys can in fact fly. And I think chickens can too, but we'll look that one up after work if I remember. Like I said, y'all, I like to bring you more than just my random thoughts of the day and fun twisty castles. Though don't get me wrong, I'll bring you twisty castles all day. I love doing this kind of thing. I just also would like to bring some substance to y'all and, you know, while yes comes, sit around the glowing monitor as the planet burns down. We're going to try to have a good time while it happens. Let's also try to save it if we can, eh? For Captain Planet. Because like I said, y'all, Cap's had it rough. I mean, look at who's in charge. I mean, you're sitting on all that beautiful oil. Why not use it? Because it's increasing the temperature on the planet, and oh wait, you're too stupid to grasp what chemistry and science is. It's bad. It'll make Jesus cry. Like I said, I hate that we're living in this era of this advanced stupidity. Where it's like, I can't tell you not to do something because it's bad for us. No, I gotta come up with some catchy-ass reason and a 12-point power presentation on why it is the bad thing to do. I don't know, Chad, it's raining. We got armor, but the rain is scary. I said, most of this is just frustrations with being promised bullshit. And then all the people trying to be, all the older people in my life being like, well, maybe not all of them, but most of the older people in my life being like, what, you want a free ride? Free? No. Do I think I should be able to do this? And, hey, I've got these 20 people watching right now. Yeah, that should be my contribution. You should be able to show I contributed and that be enough. Even if my contribution is, hey, I collected these 4 bags of garbage from the side of the road as I walked. Congratulations, you contributed. Go have fun. That should be all that is required. In an ideal system, that would be all that's required. Sadly, we live in a system with people like Eileen who want to get a free ride. And by free ride, I mean literal free ride. They don't just want the ride. They want to contribute nothing and be patted on the back like they've done a giant service. That's my problem. It's, let's work together so no one has to overwork themselves. It's not, hey y'all, let's work so Travis don't have to. It'd be so cool to not work, y'all. It would. But honestly, I don't think I could be a rich person. I just ain't built for it. I can't be that useless of a piece of shit. I can't just, you know, build off of what my family did and do nothing else to contribute myself, like most of my living family can seem to do. Because again, let me be clear, y'all. I'm not some successful artist. I'm not living out in fucking an artist's utopia and never... I'm working my ass off, y'all. I work 40 to 60 hours at one job, then I do this, which I'm hoping to turn into a second job, but not. I don't know the rules, y'all. For some reason, if I start talking like this is my job and treating it as such, people, oh, he's a sellout. Oh, please watch me. I am trying to turn this into a second fucking job, but I don't want to just, hey, chat, put ones in chat. Hey, chat, pay me money. Hey, chat, money. See, I've done that for like 3 seconds. the comedic rule of 3, if you do it 3 times, it's a joke. Even then, I felt dirty and nasty, and I'm not doing that again. If you want to throw a tip down, I believe there's a tip link on my YouTube videos. If not, oops. I do this to entertain you, not to make money, but I am working it like the grind set of a second job, with the hope that eventually, you know, it will be a second job. Enough of which to where I can actually, instead of just taking vacation money, I can take a vacation. Instead of just grinding myself into dust, I can take that trip that I've been dying to take for over 3 years now, and hike the AT. I've given up. I don't want to set a new record. I'm sorry. I'll look up her name for after work. But I'm sorry, that lady who raced the AT, she jogged the entire thing. She set a new speed record. I can't beat that. I'm not going to jog the AT. I'll be lucky to complete the AT. I tip my hat to her. That isn't me being salty. That's way to go, kid. Way to go, champ. I'll just be happy to have my name added to that book, assuming that book gets to last. Because I hate to say it, y'all, especially to all the people who made that book and then died now, but yeah, if the AT or the Appalachian Trail Conservancy vanishes, dries up, poofs away, yeah, y'all, the book of people that have completed the Appalachian Trail from start to finish, that goes away. That's not just going to last because, you know, you did it. It'll be gone. If the Continental Divide Trail, I think they also keep record of that, if these organizations vanish, all of your records as well. Excuse me, I've got a cat destroying something clearly. But all of your records also go away. If you're one of these big game hunters that, oh, you're trying to break records, get that 20 point, 30 point, he says, not knowing what he's talking about. I know it's based on how many tips the horns and the antlers have. I don't know how... Either way, I don't know what's good and what's bad there. But if you want to get your record-breaking 50-point buck, it's... yeah, that's cool and all. And you'll be famous and well-remembered as long as people remember. But as far as the records, they'll be gone soon as the record keeper's gone. It's like how people don't want to support the library, but the library's awesome, y'all. I mean, especially like the one here in Cartersville. The big public library, if you can get to it, they've got clean bathrooms, a big area, multiple floors of books, they've got movies, they've got DVDs, they've got all sorts of computers, a variety of areas, so that way, you know, you ain't got the adults hanging out with the teenagers. They've got a young readers room with a young readers computer room for the adolescents and preteens. Then they've got a high school or teenagers readers area for the youth books. I'll admit, chat, sometimes I go there to get my Cirque du Freak on. Or my, I don't know, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I'll admit it, y'all, if I want some junk food, I'll read a youth book every now and again. Don't judge me. Life is hard. Sometimes I want easy, quick fixes. And I want to know that, you know, yeah, this story might get dark, but there's not going to be, like, any SA. There's not going to be any... It'll be brutal, but the most we're going to hear about is, oh, my village was slaughtered. I'm not going to hear about the wet squish of your father's skulls caving in. It's like, you know, sometimes you want a little bit of brevity, I guess. I like my Stephen King. I like my... I almost said Tom Clancy. I don't particularly read Tom Clancy, but I know he's an adult book writer. I don't love Anne Rice, but I know she's an adult writer. Either way, I like both my garbage and my good. Admittedly, it's been far too long since I've sat down and read a fantasy novel. I mean, I've tried it, but it's been literal years since I've read it from start to finish. I usually pick it up, get a chunk of the way through, and then just get petered out on it and get stuck on something else. I mean, I'm currently going through the book Pests, a history of our interaction with smaller life forms around us. It covers for example, y'all, why is it that cats and dogs and birds, we have just as many of them as we do rats and mice? But if I told you I had a pet wharf rat, that would be considered an exotic or strange pet. If I tell you I got a pet cat, it's basically vanilla. It's normal. What caused that? Why is one bad, one good? Would you believe it's tied to religion as well as superstition? I might do a book talk style thing here. Hot take here, guys. Reading does give me a headache. I enjoy it, but because my brain does double back flips in order to basically paint a scene around me as I read, I end up, if I read for more than an hour at a time, I start getting headaches and the words start to blend together. So it's just easier for me to listen to an audiobook where I can. And I can say on audiobook, I've both read and listened to the entire Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I've also listened to a lot of Stephen King books. I like Stephen King. Getting older, I cringe at some of his choice of writing styles, if that makes sense. Shimi's a character who I both love and hate that I like him so much. Because I'm like, I love this character, but is he offensive? He reads a lot like a stereotype of the magical mentally handicapped or magically neurodivergent person. Also the accent that the narrator chooses to use for him. The I'm Jimmy accent is just... I mean... Y'all know the rule, right? Anything can be funny. You can make fun of the mentally handicapped folks. But here's the thing. The joke needs to be the system that abuses them. The joke needs to be... It doesn't... Okay, for example, a trans person joke. Making a joke about the gender fluid, because fluids. Funny joke. But making the joke to where a trans... Okay, I'm going to get this ass backwards because I'm ignorant. But, for example, and I hope I get this right, saying that a trans man is a man. Or, nope, I got that wrong. I was secretly affirming, and yes, I want to be affirming. Trans men, you are men. But to say that a trans man is still a woman, so to speak. That kind of shit. It's like... I lost my trail of thought. You shouldn't misgender people. You shouldn't be a dick. It is basically the train of thought I'm trying to go for there. And it feels like a lot of things are somewhat offensive. But I will say that at least with Stephen King, it feels like he's... My problem with a lot of writers is a lot of writers get a giant fucking head. That they start to think, well, for example, I wrote Harry Potter and I am Harry Potter. I am Hermione Granger. See, now I'm doing the offensive stereotypical voice. But no, bitch, you're not. You're a rich British cunt. You came from money. I kind of agree with Squid Tips on the, hey, let's set our parameters here, y'all. If what I'm saying here offends you, good. Unsubscribe. Dislike. Unfavor me. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not for you. But if what I'm about to say offends you, kindly fuck off. We need to work actively, every single one of us need to work actively to both scam and steal more shit from rich people. I think we should make it a game. If you make more than $200,000 a year, yeah, I'm kind of talking about you. You should have to actively, like, guard your shit from scams. We should make it to where it's like a game. Or counteroffer, we make the society itself better. Meaning, once you make over I don't know, Chad. I haven't lived as a rich person. But let's say $300,000. It's 2025. Let's say if you make over $300,000. After that $300,000, I say we tax your income 100%. As in, or fuck it, because we live in America, and when you hear that, instantly gas pearl clutching. So, fine. After $300,000, we tax your income 99%. Meaning, after you've made $300,000, every dollar you make, you'll make a penny. Why? Because hopefully, if we're taxing them that much, we can really, really grow the national budget, and through that bloated national income, don't put a single fucking penny towards the police or towards the military. We can instead put all of it towards first responders, as far as like firefighting equipment, medical support equipment. We can distribute Narcan for free, if I'm saying that, Narcan, the anti-OD drug. I've heard it called a miracle cure for if someone's ODing. And when I say supply it, I mean supply it. Making it to where every restaurant, every gas station, everybody has this shit. To where if you find somebody ODing, no you didn't, we can fix it. Also, if we start taxing the rich, and again, my numbers might be off. Maybe 300,000 is outrageous and I just alienated all of you. I'm sorry, chat. I live on under $100,000 a year. So while I can say it can be done, I don't wish it on anybody. I personally think that, you know, 200,000 a year is a good number, and the rest going to taxes would be helpful, because at that point, again, everyone gets to eat. Everyone gets a place to put their shit. Everyone can go to the bathroom in a clean place and have the ability to wash their hands. Everyone can get educated, and in a way that's, you know, actually education, not the buy my internet course and get famous. No, here, now you actually know a skill. Education. Because here's the thing, y'all, when your society is built upon strong people, we all make it. I mean, again, we talk about all these rah-rah bullshit phrases. We're only as strong as our weakest link. Well, I stand on that. I don't want any weak links. I don't want Aline to starve because he's a shit worker. I want him to go get re-educated so that hopefully he can do something that he actually wants to do. Because if he's doing something that he actually wants to do, cool. You'll be happy about it. You'll want to do it, so you'll do a good job of it. The threat of it getting taken away will actually be a threat. Not that you should threaten your employees, but just saying, it's right now threatening to fire someone, unless you're just the only employee in town, in which case you're threatening their very livelihoods. That's sort of fucked up. But it's, you can't bleed a turnip. I mean, hell, I think that, again, not to be mean, but I think Eileen should be able to have a hobby or something that they bring to the table other than, yeah, I work 20 hours a week, and then I go home and I drink. I'm sorry, Eileen, but having spoken to you every day and trying to find common middle ground, you hate your husband. Your husband tried to have sex with me, so apparently he's unsatisfied. So it's like, your husband's unsatisfied, you're unsatisfied with him, you have lots of animals, but you hate your animals and have said so. And let me be clear, chat, I have a lot of animals too. You want a pet? As long as you can give me that guarantee that you'll give them a good home. Want a pet? I'll adopt them out. I'm happy to give them good homes. I'm just not going to, here's a cat, here's a cat, here's a cat, here's a dog. I'm not just going to go throw my animals at people. Or, you know, as my cousin would do, take and just release them on the side of the road somewhere. I believe in being a good person, and yeah, I took on the responsibility of this animal, so I'm going to do my very best to take care of that animal. Same as if I had a kid, I wouldn't just, yeah, we're going to Disney World, and then abandon my kid in Disney World. Sorry for any trauma. I realize that's a thing. If that happened to you, my deepest condolences that your parents were garbage. I am sorry. You deserved better, and if you don't want to hear your parents are garbage, that's fine. But honey, I'm going to call them garbage, because doing that to a kid is fucking wrong. I want to do all sorts of TOS things to people who do that sort of shit. But either way, to keep it light and poppy here, I just, like I said, y'all, I think we should do better as a society, as people. But sadly, my time's about up. We got a little bit of modeling and remodding done here. We're down another couple feet. Still ain't found diamonds yet, but we're getting there, I feel. We just got to make some more torches if we're going to keep going down into the depths. And I need to put another stone tower out there in the lake somewhere to get rid of some of this excess cobblestone. Excess. God damn it. See, y'all, this also does me the benefit of if I'm not wearing my teeth as I do the stream, I learn how to enunciate using my tongue, the roof of my mouth, and my empty gums. And ideally not spin the studs that are in my mouth to hold my dentures in place like a top. Which I can do, and again, y'all can't hear it, which just blows my mind that y'all can't hear it when it happens, because it's... Okay, do you remember berries, kids? That there was these toys when I was younger that were like giant pink lips, and they typically had like a candy item inside of them. I think they still make them. I think Haribo made them or something. You'd see them be big around Halloween, and then they'd just vanish for a while. But if you got them and you put them on and you were eating the candy and you blew into them, it would make a whistle. It would just... Well, it's because you would blow onto a track which had a BB on it, and that BB would spin, which would cause the fizzing noise. Yay, engineering stuff. But it was a neat trick. My teeth do that now. Well, my lack of teeth do that now. If I, like, run, which I don't advise me doing, but if I run and I get real out of breath and I start wheezing, yeah, I'll actually hear my gums like the penguin from Toy Story 2, wheezy going. It's neat. It's almost amusing until it's not. And it doesn't hurt. Let me be clear. It's neat because it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, it fills me with a bit of dread. I'm scared that eventually I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to taste like blood and bone marrow because I fizzed my stud out. Because you got to understand, y'all, when I went in and had this procedure done, which I might go into detail with later, I woke up during the procedure. I don't remember all of it because brain blocked that out. But I woke up during it, and Cat's just knocked over a bunch of stuff on the shelf. I might have to go early so I can clean up that. And it appears, yep, it was a BB, whose pink eye is healing up nicely, I'm happy to report. But, either way, it's a neat trick that I have. And neat prosthetic that I have. Because on top of being super neat, it's also, I don't have to go get Dentabond, which any old person in my audience, there are a few of you I see, but I don't see you physically because a lot of my subs are set to private mode. That's clever in the chat. I don't blame you for that, but it makes it to where I don't, like, I'm trying to do my due diligence, so on a few of you, Jody, I'm talking to you on there too, I see you're on there and it's like, oh, cool, so I know you like Assassin's Creed, and you like me doing the challenges where I fight the bosses that I probably shouldn't be able to beat. Cool. I will try to, I'll wiggle those in at least once a week. I'm going to play a harder game, or I'll take on a video game that I probably wouldn't do normally. For some of you, for example, one of you that looks like just a video games curating channel, I'm guessing you're into this sort of shit, where I'm just sort of clear mining and designing. So cool, I can do these, I can crank these out no problem, because as long as they don't get blown up, they're fairly easy to do. So I'm trying to give y'all what you want, while also trying to fulfill my artwork and like talk about important shit going on. And of course sharing my love of my kittens and my pets. And trying to be a this one's just a byproduct. I try to be a positive influence where I can. BB. I'll draw a picture of it if I get to take a lunch break today, chat. But this cat just climbed up onto my knee, was real cute, took a petting, and then tried to step onto my other knee, missed its step off, missed his step off, and then rabbit kicked my leg with their claws to get stability. Because the baby doesn't realize that's meat they're kicking, and that hurt. Chat, don't do it because it's self-harm, but to put the thought in your head of what it felt like. Picture going to get yourself 8 fish hooks, and then just rapidly raking them across your inner thigh. Just real quick, 4 hits. And I mean, pull them through real good. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad and so brutal, but it was over so quickly. And I'm not bleeding, thankfully. They didn't, thankfully, BB took recognition that it was meat, so it wasn't like it climbed me like a tree, but my God, that hurt. Okay, let's sneak out here and see what we can gather. What? Yeah, y'all, I think that's probably going to do it for now. I'm going to get a little bit of sand for us making windows for the next time around. And then we need to gather some wood, but we're finding plenty of coal. But this is probably going to do us for the morning. We will try to post more later on this evening, but we're probably going to come in with a Saints Row remaster, or Saints Row the 4th. I'm not sure. I might also, like I said, do some arranging and do Red Dead. I did take out a small loan through Empower. I've got enough now to get my bicycle helmet and maybe a little bit extra for covering bills. So if I have that little bit extra, I might put a little something towards something else. I don't know yet. Like I said, everything's sort of a how badly do you need it question at the moment. But either way, chat, I have enjoyed this morning playing with y'all. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm going to continue, as the last chatter said, looking for diamonds in the bottom. There's a certain floor I got to go to get to them. And we will make it there eventually. But till then, we'll see you this afternoon, and we'll do a wind down, no mic stream for it after. I'm probably going to try to upload the no mic video first, but I just sort of passed out while playing yesterday, so didn't know how entertaining that video would be for y'all. And yeah, outside of that, be good to each other. Build your communities around each other. Remember, only us, only we can beat the fascists back, chat. It's up to each and every one of us. Ooh. Also, remember where you put your walls at, because you don't want to jump over things and die. But alright, y'all. We will see you this afternoon. Be good. Thank you for liking and subscribing if you did those things. Feel free to share the video if you feel like sharing. And I appreciate y'all. We will see you this afternoon. And endure and survive. Bye-bye for now. Day 42 down.